Are we rolling? You see me? What's going on, everyone? And welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to take some time out. Even though it's extremely hot today, you see I got my little sweat rag towel over here. But I want to take some time today to talk about some things that might be important to new and upcoming street racers, or just racers in general, people that's a part of the car scene. But first, before we do that, I want to give a huge shout out to A1 Racing. He hooked me up with some really dope stickers for the car, and I'm going to leave his Instagram link in the description box below, so that way you guys can go and check out his channel. This dude's always out racing. His crew, man, they put in work. Go check out his channel on Instagram. I don't know if he has a YouTube, but check him out, give him a follow, and you're not going to be disappointed. Lots of action on the streets, and you know, a lot of you guys love that stuff, including myself. So let me show you the stickers that he sent. Hook me up, man. Mail these out to me. This is a nice window banner. Y'all can see that. Pretty big, man. I like it. And also too, a smaller vinyl. Let's get a close up. And then he wrote me a nice little note on the back, and it says, "Thanks for the love, homie, from the A1 Racing team. You are the first out on the East Coast with an A1 sticker. Much love from the West." Dope, man. Dope little message, bro. I appreciate that, man. It means a lot. And when I slap this sticker on my car, believe me, boy, we're gonna be putting in work. Okay? So y'all not gonna be disappointed. So I'm gonna put that away. And as for my up-and-coming, well, not my up-and-coming, but for all the up-and-coming street racers that's out there, a lot of you young guys and stuff, I know kind of what my audience is and the age range of the people that watch my videos, but this is more to some of the younger kids out there that's just getting into it. They see street racers on video, whether it's like 1320 or I Am Ty Boogie's another big one. And you know, they want to get out there on the streets and be just like that. But there's a lot of safety stuff that goes in with that. You know, a lot of recklessness too. You know, they're out there racing on the streets, and believe me, I've done it, and I'm not trying to bash anyone, but it's dangerous stuff. You know, and you know, also too, like a lot of it's illegal. So this is just to help inform you guys on some of the penalties involved. Okay, I love a good street race, and I've been watching those big race channels for a long time, man, and they've really motivated me. But I'd say maybe 12 years ago, when I was a teenager, man, I was just messing up, man. It was one thing after another with me, and I got in a lot of trouble with the law, you know, because of the car, and it sucked, you know, it sucked. But I'm gonna show you guys this here. I keep this. This is all of my court documents from around that time period, you know, 10 years ago. And as you guys can see, this is a pretty thick folder. You know, this is all court documents and tickets and shit, you know, from being out there riding around reckless, you know, doing real dumb stuff, like stuff that could have been avoided. And I don't regret it, because it's made me a much smarter person now, and I'm a lot safer out on the roads and stuff. Back when I used to race, I used to just, we had a designated spot where it's not like in a neighborhood or anything where you're going to run over some little kid or somebody's dog or something. You might hit a boar, you know, because that's how it is in Mexico, but it's a secluded spot, you know, where there's nobody out there doing anything, walking around and stuff. So that right there was as safe as it got, you know, for being out on the streets. Other than that, you would almost never catch me doing any red light racing or anything like that. Like, no way, man. And I used to get people to try me all the time on the street, revving up at me while we're sitting at a stoplight, you know. But just resist the urge, you know. Do it safe, guys, because, you know, at the end, you could end up with a folder like this, you know, or bigger than this, you know, or lose your life or whatever, you know, or kill somebody else, and, you know, all for what, you know. But I'm not going to show you guys any of these documents because it's got a lot of personal information on here. But, you know, this is no joke. This is no joke, man. You have a freaking stack like this full of shit, like there's something going on. But I had to pay. I wound up getting my license suspended multiple times. I had my first Honda was a 1990 Honda CRX. It was an HF, I believe, 5-speed. That's what I learned how to drive 5-speed on, and I loved that car to death, man. And I wound up getting that car impounded, you know, doing stupid stuff out there. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, it took me a while, but you know, you get suspended, you get all these tickets, you get street racing tickets, you know, those are like $350 a pop, plus you get points on your license, and before you know it, you know, depending on like your income and stuff, it's hard to catch up to that stuff. So then it goes to collection agencies, and it sits there for a while, and then they add on their fees. You know, you still got to pay the ticket, and then you got to pay the collection agencies. You know, you still got to get your license reinstated and everything else. You know, I don't know whatever state y'all living in, you know, whether or not y'all have inspection to pass and stuff like that. But here in Florida, it's pretty much just insurance and you know, your driver's license. But I ended up paying like at least $3,000 just to get my license back. $3,000, you know, and I had kids at the time, so it was hard. You know, I make a payment every week, man. Once I started getting on, you know, it was like, you know, I want my license back. You know, I want to start driving again. You know, it was a struggle every week. You know, I'd be dropping like $150, $200, you know, whatever I could, $70, you know, and just to try to catch up on all that. It was a big struggle, and I hate for any of you guys that's new to the scene and stuff to get caught up in the same stuff, man. Because all it takes is one ticket, and if you don't have a stable job, that one ticket is going to manifest. It's going to turn into something else. And then you're still going to need to be driving around, you know. Then you're going to get pulled over and get another ticket. You're going to go to jail or whatever, you know. And if they catch you street racing, that's a whole nother story, you know, or spectating and stuff. So this is just more for like the younger audience that might be out there that's always, you know, because everybody, they post videos on their cars and of the scene and stuff, and there's also a lot of drama that's involved as well. You know, you just get caught up in stuff. So hopefully this will be like a little eye-opener, you know, don't end up like how I was in my past, you know, carrying a big folder like this around as a reminder, you know, not to do anything stupid. Plus, too, these are just my records for anything, you know. But now I try to be like as safe as I can be, man. You do not catch me speeding nowhere. You know, even when I was daily driving this car, I hardly ever sped in this thing, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'd punch it down like maybe like an area where it was like no houses or something for a second, but it was very rare to catch me speeding in this car, you know. And even with it being loud, you guys have loud cars with modified exhaust and stuff, and maybe an aftermarket header, and your car's a little louder. Guess what, man? The police are already profiling you. As soon as you drive past you, well, let me just follow him and see what's up with him. I've had that happen to me before. You know, I'm cruising. I'm not even speeding. I'm going with traffic because I know the car. You know, so why would I be out there hauling ass down the streets, busy roads, in broad daylight, where I know it's just going to draw attention to myself? No, I wasn't doing that. This cop got behind me and he pulled me over, and I was actually on my way to buy the transmission for this car when this had happened over in where was I? I was over in Kissimmee. But yeah, he pulled me over, man, and I wasn't even speeding, and he just got behind me and ran my shit, and I guess something was up with my insurance or something that I was not aware of, and he was like, I'm not gonna let you, what did he do? He was gonna tow the car, but he decided not to. He said that, oh no, I had insurance, something was up with my license. There was like a suspension on it or something that I didn't know about. So he said somebody else had to come to Kissimmee to drive this car back for me. He said I wasn't allowed to drive it. At the time, Kissimmee was like an hour and a half from where I lived, so you know, it was a pain in the ass. Got his people up and come and pick my car up, you know. But I wasn't doing anything wrong, and that's my point. You know, so you guys have loud exhaust and stuff, just remember, you know, they're always out there watching you and stuff, and ready to pull you over, and they'll just run your information just to see if you have anything that comes up. Sometimes they'll lie and they'll pull you over and say, you know, make up some excuse and then try to search your car or whatever, you know. But just be careful, guys. You know, don't speed out there, and just try to cruise around, man. Try to blend in with people. And then when it's time to rip it at the track or at a safe spot in Mexico, fucking let the car loose, man. Let her eat, you know. Just be careful out on the streets. And this folder, man, this is because I was reckless on the streets in the daytime and just ride around without proper documentation and stuff like that. I'm sure some of you guys have been there before. But it's a stupid move, and, you know, let that be a reminder. But you guys stay safe out there. And Mike, bro, if you stuck around to the end of the video, I didn't forget about you, man. Where's it at? Oh, it's right here. Bro, I was looking for the dowel pins. I know I have 2, but I only found 1, man. So I know you said you already had 1, so I'll ship this out to you and get you up and running with your setup. But it's only 1. It's LSV Tech. This is actually a Golden Eagle dowel pin, so send this out to you today, man. But you guys stay safe out there, and God bless. You know, I'll catch y'all in the next video.